guys, it is Friday, and I know that everybody's been getting on me about all the shows being on Saturday now. Well, it's Friday, and I'm going to post this today so that you guys get it on Friday. So this is another 5-minute murder, I guess. I guess we'll go with this one since she decided to pop out. But it is Guila Tofana is who we have tonight. Guila Tofana died in July of 1659. 1659. This is a long time ago. She was an Italian professional poisoner. She was famous for selling poison to women who wanted to murder their abusive husbands. She was the inventor of the famous poison aqua Tofana, which is named after her. Under torture, she confessed to killing 600 men with her poisons in Rome alone between 1633 and 1651. But this cannot be confirmed owing to the torture and widespread distribution of the poison. She was ultimately executed in Rome together with her daughter and 3 helpers in July 1659. After her death, her body was thrown over the wall of the church that had provided her with sanctuary. So, Guila Tofana, even though a name that many of us haven't heard today, she's not somebody that's talked about a whole lot. There are people within the true crime community that know the name really well, mainly because she's famous for the aqua Tofana that she created. I'm not exactly sure what aqua Tofana was. We know it was a poison, obviously, something that they were able to access during the time. And so she figured out a way to whip it up and to put it together so that they could use it to get rid of their husbands. So, now the real question is did Guila Tofana kill anybody? Now, she provided the means to kill all of these men, right? She provided the poison, but these people were buying it from her or, bartering with her to get this poison so that they could do whatever. So, it begs a whole different question to this. Maybe she didn't kill anybody. As far as we know, there's no records of her significant others dying or her husband dying or anything. I'm not even sure that she was married, and these records, are so old. We don't know the whole story or what's true and what's not, a lot of these things. So, I don't know if she was married, if her husband died, but we don't have a record of it if it did happen. But this woman would use these things and, she would sell them to people. They would come and buy these different potions off of her. And one of them was the one to get rid of any problems you might have. So, to credit her with killing 600 people, she didn't have a direct hand in killing them. And of course, this is me playing kind of devil's advocate here, because I think that she probably did have some culpability in it. But this is very, very similar to something that we've dealt with in our own lifetime, or at least in my lifetime, when we talk about Jack Kevorkian, right? And, bringing this to kind of present day, Jack Kevorkian allowed people and gave them the means to commit self-suicide, right? They committed suicide. He gave them the method in doing that. He gave them the van where they could go. He would hook them up, and they had the button where they could press it and kill themselves, right? By ingesting or having some kind of poison intravenously put into their veins, and they would pass away, right? Now, a little bit different than Guila Tofana, who was creating this poison and giving it to people that unknowingly were going to die. Jack Kevorkian, the people that he hooked up to this thing knew that they were going to die, and they wanted to. Most of them were terminally ill patients. And even though I believe that Jack Kevorkian has culpability in that, and I believe that Jack Kevorkian probably, in some place in his mind, enjoyed it. And, there is the argument that he was doing it for altruistic purposes, right? That he should have never been put in jail. And there are many, many, many people that believe that, that he was simply providing a service. Now, all the way back in the 1600s, Julia Tofana providing a service for the people around her. Back then, women did not have much of a standing in society. Back in a time where, you were not supposed to be heard. Your husband could beat you whenever he wanted. He could cheat on you and sleep with whoever in the land. Was she providing a service? Was she culpable in killing all of those people? Did she have a hand in killing them herself? We'll never know that. But there are a lot of ethical questions in there that go all the way up to our present day. Even when you get into the idea of, capital punishment, is it okay that the state kills people, that they poison people and allow them to die to pay for the crimes that they've committed, right? There's all kinds of implications in this that are very applicable to our own society. Now, you guys can comment below and you can put your viewpoint in there. I think that there are some people that the world would be a better place if they weren't there. Do I think that everyone that commits a crime or that kills somebody else should die? I don't know that that's the case. We just went through, or not just went through, but we are having, a lot of stuff about Gypsy Rose come back up, right? Here's another case of someone who has conspired to kill their mother because her mother was literally torturing her and forcing her to be on all kinds of medications and, keeping her as an infant, even though she was like 19 years old by the time that she had her boyfriend kill her mom, right? So, should she have gone to jail? Now, there are a lot of people out there that would say yes, that she for sure should have, that she was a swindler, and that she shows a lot of the same narcissism and issues that her mother had and her whole family has. I don't know if any of that is true, honestly. I don't know enough of the history. I don't know enough about the family to determine if that is correct or not. I know that there are a lot of people on both sides of it. And I know that, it is coming to a head because she's now out of prison. And time will tell. We'll see what happens. And if she ends up going out there and doing anything, or if she just ends up, living her life, and enjoying it. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds for her. I hope that it is good things. I hope that it isn't something horrible. But time will tell. We'll find out. But it's fascinating that throughout history we have these things that are very ethical situations. And what do we do? Do we blame the person for their actions, or is it something else entirely? Is it a service that's being provided? I don't know. You let me know. What do you think? Do you think that Julia Tofana actually killed 600 people? Do you think that she just provided a service? Do you think that she is not culpable at all? I don't know. You let me know. I'd be interested to hear your opinion. I think she's probably culpable. I think that Kevorkian is probably culpable. I think that Gypsy should have probably went away for some time. I don't know that she should spend the rest of her life in jail for what happened, because I think her mom was awful. And anybody that would have to go through something like that, it's not hard to imagine why she would do what she did. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. And I will talk to you soon on another episode of 5 Minute Murder. Talk to you later.
This looks like good job for me, so everybody just follow me, 'cause we need a little controversy. said